Hello and welcome to the podcast. Today we are discussing that eclipse season is coming. It is upon us. Today I'm recording on September the 8th, 9th, and this full moon lunar eclipse is on September 17th or 18th, depending on where you are on the planet, at 25 degrees of Pisces. Okay, we're in it already. Eclipse season always hits you a few weeks before and can last for months after. Eclipse season is you're sitting at home minding your own damn business and things change, okay? Eclipse season is the lesson you didn't even know you needed. Now, it doesn't always have to be this fear-based, big, scary thing. It doesn't have to be that way, but it often is quite shocking and surprising what happens at eclipse season. And for some people, especially with this one being in Pisces, and this full moon is conjunct Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune is very confusing. This is rose-colored glasses. A lot of people who have been walking around, maybe like sleepwalkers. Do we call them that? People that are in huge denial. People that are avoiding. They might have quite the rude awakening. This is a take your rose-colored glasses off full moon lunar eclipse. Okay, so let's discuss all the things. You know, for some of us, it's going to hit us hard. Others, not so much. So let's get into it. Again, it's on September 17th or 18th, depending on where you are. 25 degrees of Pisces. We'll talk about where that is in your birth chart and how that might affect you. This is a super moon as well. So not only is it a full moon, it is an eclipse, and it is a super moon. A super moon means it's closer to Earth, so it's going to be even brighter. So it's just shining that bright eclipsey light for all of us to wake up and to notice what the heck is actually going on and take off those rose-colored glasses. Pisces rules things like addictions and, you know, the end and letting go. So we might have some big energy and lessons around those things. Stay tuned. Also, what this eclipse season, this is the beginning of a cycle of eclipses. This is in the Virgo Pisces axis. And right now, as I record this, we're finishing up the nodes in Aries and Libra. So we've been having our eclipses in the Aries and Libra axis. This is all about the me and the we. We've all been encouraged to go toward Aries energy, with the nodes being in the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra. This has been for about 18 months. We've been encouraged for about a year and a half to go towards Aries things, Aries people, Aries topics, Aries energy. So what is Aries? Aries is like entrepreneurial projects. It is independence. It is being a warrior. Hopefully not negative, shadowy Aries energy, which is like fighting, war. Hopefully not that kind of energy. It's more like be the independent person that you are. Start that project, finish that project, be a leader, be a warrior, be brave, be courageous, do the thing, say the thing. That's Aries energy. We've all been encouraged to do that with the eclipses going through the Aries and Libra axis. The South Node has been in Libra, and that's been about letting go of relationships that are no longer serving us. Has anyone been experiencing that for the last year and a half? And becoming more independent like the Aries. It's been a lot of like, let go of your codependent attachments, whether that's in marriages or, you know, lover relationships, or whether it's friendships, could even be, you know, colleagues at work, letting go of those attachments that you have with people. We've all been encouraged to do that so that we can be the independent, fabulous person that we are. We can stand on our own 2 feet. We can do our own damn thing. We can make the decision. We can say the damn thing. We can go do the thing. That's what we have been encouraged to do with the nodes. And I've said it a million times, and I'm going to keep saying it. I love to teach astrology, but if you learn just one thing about astrology, learn about the nodes. The nodes of the moon are truly our North Star. The North Node in our personal birth chart, as well as where the North Node is in the skies currently, is always the North Star. It's always where we are being guided. So again, currently, as I record this, the North Node is in Aries. So we've all been encouraged to become an Aries, to embrace Aries energy, to become friends with Aries people. Listen to the Aries. And to be like an Aries. So that's a warrior. That's fight for yourself. That is speak up. That's do the thing. Become entrepreneurial. Get the project going. Finish the project. Be brave. Be courageous. That's all Aries stuff. So we've been encouraged to become like an Aries, but also look in your birth chart. Where is the North Node in your birth chart? Because that is where you are being encouraged for your whole life to embody that energy. And when you look directly across the road, that's where your South Node is. And that's saying you've already mastered that. Now, whether you believe in past lives or not, or if you just believe in this one life, you've already mastered that energy. Wherever the South Node is, it comes to you easily. Wherever the South Node is, whatever that South Node energy is, that's, you've been there, done that. But you're being encouraged to go toward North Node. And North Node isn't easy. It's not, we're not familiar with that. So looking in your birth chart, where is your North Node? What sign is it in? What house placement is it in? And also keep in mind, right now we're still in Aries, but this particular full moon lunar eclipse on September 17, 18 at 25-degree Pisces is in Pisces. So it's giving us a sneak peek, a glimpse of what the next nodal axis of North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo is going to be all about. So we're going to get a little bit of a taste, a little bit of a feeling about the next round of eclipses. This is the first in the Pisces and the Virgo axis. So we're learning with this upcoming, and we're already feeling it. I know we all are. I sure am. What is this energy from this supermoon? We're getting this sneak peek. Now when you look at the astrology of this actual full moon, a full moon, no matter where, if it's eclipse or not, it's the moon and the sun in opposition of each other. So the moon's in Pisces at 25 degrees on the September 17th, 18th. And then the sun is right direct opposite at 25 degrees of Virgo. So any full moon, eclipse or not, it's when sun and moon are in opposition to each other. So the moon is full in the sky. You can always see a full moon up in the sky. And it's like La Luna is brightly shining light in the dark where we don't normally see things. Okay, so again, eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. And it's a super moon, so it's even closer to Earth. You're gonna feel all the feels, and it's in Pisces. And you're gonna be really encouraged / demanded to let that go. Let it go. Whatever it is that you have been absolutely refusing to let go, it will be shining bright in the sky for you to let go. And if you still refuse to let it go, if you still refuse to forgive that person, if you still refuse to stop telling your victim story about it, if you still refuse to stop gossiping, if you still refuse to leave that relationship, even though you know it's killing you inside, it will be eclipsed out. Boom. That's what happens at eclipses. Things get eclipsed out when you haven't been listening to the calls. So the podcast before this one I recorded on, I had to, even though it's this eclipse energy and this is like the biggest thing happening right now. Actually, the biggest thing right now is that Pluto is finishing up its transit in Capricorn. It's at 29 degrees of Capricorn. We have 2 more months to finish up this Pluto lesson in Capricorn. Each and every single one of us have 2 more months to finally learn the lesson, to finally let go of the stories, to finally do the shadow work, to finally take radical responsibility for ourselves in the Capricorn house placement of wherever Pluto is going through. So there's that. I just did that podcast, but this full moon lunar eclipse has very similar energy, because if you're not taking off those rose-colored glasses, if you're literally refusing to be honest, if you are completely refusing and avoiding that person and avoiding the conversation and not forgiving that person and not leaving that relationship, even though it's killing you, it's going to be eclipsed out, because that's what eclipses do. That is exactly what eclipses do. It literally is an eclipse of the heart. Okay, Bonnie, what's her name, sang that song in the 80s, and God bless her heart. A total eclipse of the heart. Because that's what eclipses do. They will eclipse it if you're not willing to look at it. And then sometimes it's not just like, oh, you're avoiding, and so that it's going to eclipse it out. Sometimes it truly is a shock, and it's like it needs to go, and you didn't even know. Or something comes in, and you didn't see that coming, and it might come into your life. So you might meet the love of your life suddenly around the eclipse time, and you didn't even know that you needed a love of your life. A new friend might come in, a new job might come in, a brilliant idea might come in, and then your business will take off. And you didn't even know you needed this, and it's going to be eclipsed in. Things get eclipsed in, things get eclipsed out, in and out, in and out. This one's in Pisces. There's a whole bunch of astrology included in this full moon lunar eclipse. One being it's a supermoon, another it's a kite formation. It's actually a beautiful grand trine on steroids as well, being a kite formation. For those of you who don't know a lot about astrology, a kite formation is something very, very blessed. If somebody has this in their birth chart, they're probably very gifted and talented, whether it's, they're crafty and artistic, or they're super bright or whatever. A kite formation shows a lot of trines, and it can be really good energy, but there's also that apex at the kite, top of the kite, the bottom of the kite. And so the top of the kite is the Pisces, the bottom of the kite is that Virgo energy. And so there is that apex energy, even with something like a grand trine and a kite formation. And it's all about, are you taking off those rose-colored glasses? Are you forgiving? Pisces is all about forgiveness. Pisces is truly, the spiritual, forgiving, loving one, the one that lets it go. Even if the worst thing that you can think of in the world has happened to you, it truly is forgiveness. Forgiveness of other, forgiveness of self. It truly is moving on. That is beautiful Pisces energy. We are all being asked to forgive, to let go, and let God ask at the time of this full moon. And something might come in that'll surprise you to help you on your journey, and something might leave that might also surprise you. That's also there to help you. So if something leaves, if a relationship leaves, please know it's supposed to go. Yeah. If something comes in, a new job, a new brilliant idea, a new friendship, that also is supposed to, whatever happens around an eclipse, you watch and you observe and sit up and notice. This isn't just something to be like, no, next. Eclipse energy, everyone feels it. I also want to say about eclipse energy, it's not the time to manifest, okay? I always encourage to write out your feelings no matter what, eclipse season, whenever. Definitely write out, journal your feelings, but it's not the time. Okay, I want a new car, whatever. I'm manifesting this. It's not the time for manifestation at eclipses. This is truly sit back, hydrate. This is truly like meditate, get some sleep, and just observe and surrender to whatever it is that's coming in, going out. Please do take that advice. Okay, so I've talked about the rose-colored glasses. I've talked about it being a supermoon closer to Earth. I've talked, it is like a full moon on energy, Pisces energy. So let's go through the houses now. Wherever Pisces falls in your personal birth chart, this is what you need to listen to. Again, Pisces is ruling the North Node. So this is energy we're not familiar with. North Node energy, we haven't mastered North Node energy, whether it's in your birth chart or whether it's in the skies right now. We haven't mastered it yet. It's outside our comfort zone. And I encourage you to observe what the universe is taking out or putting in. So let's go through the houses. First house, does Pisces rule? Are you in a Pisces ascendant? Are you a Pisces rising person? If so, take off your rose-colored glasses. You might need to get real about what's going on with your body, because the first house is your body. Is it time to join the gym? Something like that. Is it time to listen to your body, because maybe something's going on and you've been refusing to go to the doctor? It's that kind of a thing. Take off those rose-colored glasses. Oh, I'm fine, I'm young, whatever your excuse is. No, it might be time. And something might come in, something might leave when it comes to your body. So just so I'm not trying to scare you, just being honest about that. I always say the first house is like your business card. This is who I am in the world. So your first house is not your soul. It's not your sole purpose or anything in life, but it's like who you show up. How are you showing up in this world? So maybe, just maybe, this eclipse is encouraging you to show up differently. Maybe you've been showing up as a grumpy old gal, and it might be time to stop that. It's stuff like this that we need to really just get quiet. You don't need to worry about manifesting, okay? You don't need to worry about setting intentions around eclipse season. What you need to do is to get quiet, hydrate, meditate as much as you can, whatever meditation means for you. Get quiet, be still, and just observe what's coming into your life and what's going out, and be okay with that. Does Pisces rule your second house? Because this is an income house. This is a money house. What's coming in or what's not coming in when it comes to money? Okay, there's something might get eclipsed out. Be careful with your money, right? Just not, again, not trying to scare you, but like something might get eclipsed out when it comes to the money that you earn. And so literally you might lose a job, right? So that's your income. That's your money coming in every month. So something like that might happen, but please do know, if the universe takes away your job and your money flow at the time of this eclipse, it's because there's a better money system coming in. You've got to let go, let Goddess, and observe that with surrender and the faith to know that if something about your money gets taken away from you, like an income stream, know that a better income is coming in. Also, the second house is your self-worth. So if you have been telling a story about how you're not worthy of this, that, or the next, or you drown in victim stories of your unworthiness, the universe is going to get you to stop that right now. And you might be surprised. On the other hand, you might be surprised that you're offered a new job with way more income, or you suddenly get this great new relationship, lover or friendship or something that is way more in alignment with what you are truly worthy of. So just watch for that, observe it. No need for manifestation, but just know that it's about your worth, income, and your worthiness when it comes to Pisces in the second. Pisces in the third. Third house is the junk drawer. It's many things. It's your communication style, how you write, how you speak, how you speak up. Do you get really small when people gossip about you and they're mean to you? Or do you show up and just say, actually, that's your truth, that's not my truth? It's that energy. Third house is also your old friends from like junior high, high school. They might get eclipsed out. It might happen. Or an old friend might come back in. That might really surprise you. Third house is also transportation, car problems, maybe, but it's opening the door for a new car, a new bike or e-scooter or something. Third house is a lot of things to do with transport. It's also short distance travel. You might be really surprised to win a trip or go on a trip like nearby, a driving distance, right? But it might change everything for you. So just surrender, be open. And vice versa, if you had a trip planned, a 2-hour road trip and it gets canceled, just surrender to it. Just be like, okay, I'm not supposed to go then. Just take that into consideration around eclipse season, that whatever's happening, take off the rose-colored glasses, stop saying, oh, it'll be fine. Like there's a huge storm. You've booked this huge trip and you can't make any money from it, or you're not getting a full refund. But the forecast says there's going to be a huge, it'll be fine. You're not taking off your rose-colored glasses. It'll be just fine. So you still get in the car and you go to this ginormous storm. You get stuck in the storm. Da, 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 da. Take off your rose-colored glasses at the time of this full moon eclipse, okay? And just listen to what the universe is handing out, taking out, putting in. Fourth house, Pisces. Okay, family stuff, mom. Fourth house is ruled by the mother. So I definitely don't want to say anything bad, but something might happen to your mom, okay. Eclipsing in, eclipsing out with your mom. Maybe you need to talk to your mom. Maybe you need to have a good talk with your mom. Maybe it's family ancestral wounds that you need to take your rose-colored glasses off and admit, yeah, this has been going on for generation after generation, and it ends with me. It ends with me, whatever it is, like addictions or abuse. And you're going to end that ancestral trauma, like that kind of thing. It could be something huge like that when it comes to fourth house stuff, eclipse in the fourth house. It could also be something to do with your house, property, apartment, because fourth house also represents your actual home, not just your family, but your home. Something might get eclipsed in or out there. So hopefully we can all embrace, this is a kite formation. There is a lot of grand trine energy here. If we could just take off the rose-colored glasses and look at it, be honest, there could be a lot of blessings here. Okay, Pisces in the fifth. Does Pisces rule your fifth? This could be something to do with your kids, something to do with a creative project. You might get a brilliant download what to do with a creative project. You might get a brilliant download what to do with your kids. Something might happen with your kids and you need to take off your rose-colored glasses. Oh, maybe they're not perfect. And maybe I need to actually shut up and listen to what's actually going on and be honest about the situation. Maybe something to do with your kids. But again, like, let's all embrace this grand trine kite formation energy and just be like, okay, I'm gonna accept that whatever is eclipsed out, something else will be eclipsed in, and it'll be a brilliant creative idea, maybe a brilliant idea regarding our children, something fun. Also, you could get pregnant because fifth house is babies, children. Something might get eclipsed in. You might lose a baby. Oh, hate to say it, but I'm just saying it could be something like you've had infertility issues for your whole life and then suddenly pregnant. Okay, does Pisces rule your sixth house? This is your health house. So something might happen regarding your health, and it'll be very surprising and shocking. But if something leaves or something comes in, just surrender. Know that it's for the greatest good for your health. You might even get a brilliant download, like, I should start doing this daily, whether it's yoga, might be something like that. I should start doing yoga because I tried yoga that one time and then my back really, yeah, start doing the sixth house is what you do daily, and it's for the betterment of your body, mind, spirit. It's also a work house. So things might change at work and you might at first be like panicked. Oh my God, my role is changing. But if something might be taken out, you might no longer be doing whatever role at work, but that's okay because you're going to get a different role and it's going to be better. So just let go, let God ask, breathe, meditate, sleep, hydrate. Okay. Does Pisces rule your seventh? Okay, this is your marriage. So I'm not going to say all marriages are breaking up if you have Pisces and stuff. I'm just saying something might happen. And maybe your husband will come to you and say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. And we need to change it. And it will be for the better. So maybe you guys have been spending your money on so-and-so, and your husband comes to you and said, we can't spend our money on so-and-so anymore. And it's going to upset you at first, and you're going to be like, no, I don't want to. But it's actually going to be for the better. That's just a little example of what might happen. You might also get a new spouse. You might meet your spouse, get a new business partner, because this is contractual relationships that rules the seventh. Seventh house is also a best friend. So something might happen with a best friend. I'm not saying you're going to lose your best friend, but something might happen. You might have to put up a boundary. You might need to take off those rose-colored glasses regarding your best friend. You might need to have that conversation with your best friend, the one that you've been avoiding. But it's only going to be for the better. So, like, again, we need to embrace that it doesn't have to be scary, but it might be a little surprising, and we need to take off our rose-colored glasses. Does Pisces rule your eighth? Let's take off our rose-colored glasses when it comes to your chunky money. This is what you are investing or you're not. Are you not investing your money for your future, for your retirement? You might need to take off your rose-colored, oh, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. You might need to make an appointment with your banker, and you might need to say, hey, you know what? I might actually have to start saving. You might have an inheritance that it surprises you. It might come in out of the blue and you didn't even know you had a great uncle and blah, 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 and you get that money. Or, you know an inheritance is coming in and it might really surprise you what you are or are not getting in the inheritance, stuff like that. Eighth house is the transformation house, so it could be a complete transformation. So just like whatever that means for you, there might be a huge transformation coming your way. Please do take off your rose-colored glasses. Please do surrender. Please do be open to whatever the universe is taking out, putting in. Does Pisces rule your ninth? This is your belief system. These are your values and your belief. This is your religion or your lack thereof, or your spirituality or your lack thereof. What do you believe? What's your faith? Do you have faith? So that might really come into play, and you might need to get still and get real, and you might need to take off your rose-colored glasses and just be like, maybe I need to get a little bit more serious about what it is that I do and do not believe. It could also be about a foreigner or a foreign country. So you might be planning a trip and you might need to take off those rose-colored glasses and go, actually, it's not a smart idea to actually go in that part of the world at that time of the year. And I might need to rethink it. So something might be taken out. You might need to change your plans when it comes to a foreign trip. Okay, does Pisces rule your 10th? That's your career. So take off the rose-colored glasses and get real. Do you need to have that hard conversation with your boss? Do you? Do you need to take off the glasses and just be like, this isn't okay anymore? Maybe something with your dad, because the 10th house is ruled by the dad, and something might happen with your dad and you might need to have that hard conversation, or something might be taken out regarding your dad, or something might come in for your dad, stuff like that. And same with your work, same with your career. You might even lose your job. Like, I'm not trying to scare you, but if it is taken away at the time of this eclipse, and just know that it's making room for something better regarding your career, your dad, your title. If you lose a title, from maybe you went from assistant to CEO and you're back down, you went CEO back down to assistant, just know this is for your betterment. The universe is working for you. Just breathe, just meditate and surrender. Does Pisces rule your 11th? This is take off your rose-colored glasses when it comes to your friends, your social circles, your groups, whatever is going online. Do you have an online business? Are you part of an online group? Do you participate in comments online? You might need to take off your rose-colored glasses and stop doing that. Something might be taken away from you because of that. Something might be taken in. You might become part of this online group and it changes your life for the better. Your friendships might totally change. And if they do, at the time of this eclipse, just know it's the eclipse doing its magic, because something needs to leave in order for new friends to come in. Something is eclipsed in or out at the time of this full moon lunar eclipse. Just know that it's happening regarding your groups, regarding your online work, regarding your online entrepreneurial job, all that stuff. Just remember, the 11th house is all about the greatest good for all. So if Pisces is going through the greatest good for all house, just know this really is the greatest good for all. Finally, if Pisces rules your 12th, well, that's where Pisces belongs. So you're lucky. So yeah, the Pisces loves being in the 12th, and this is a letting go of epic proportions. Let it go. It's over. Whatever it is, the relationship, the job, the story you've been telling, the forgiveness you haven't been granting. Let it go so that the new can flow. That is so 12th house. It's that letting go house. It's the becoming a whole new, you've got to end it. Whatever it is you need to end, take off those rose-colored glasses. And it might have to do with an addiction, because the 12th house does rule addictions. There might be addictions you've been dealing with for quite some time. And this eclipse is might really surprise you, to help you. It's there to help you on this journey. So I hope this video has helped you prepare for eclipse season. In early October, we're going to have the new moon in Libra. So that's exciting too. So back to the Aries Libra axis I was talking about earlier in this podcast. So right now we're getting a little sneak peek what the nodes in Pisces and Virgo are going to be dishing up for all of us. Okay, and then in the next eclipse in 2 weeks will be the new moon in Libra. So back to the Aries Libra story that we've been living. So we need a new beginning when it comes to Libra. I'll go over that in maybe the next podcast or the one after. But for this one, full moon lunar eclipse, September 17th, 18th, 25 degrees Pisces. Find out where that is in your chart. Let go, let goddess. Don't manifest. You don't need to do anything but surrender and take off those rose-colored glasses and just accept what is coming in and what's going out. Okay, I hope this podcast has served you. Can't wait to hear your comments. Let me know where Pisces falls in your birth chart.